Hello, Idiotic Mage here, and I'm going to be going over an older video of mine where I showed you how to make an EMC farm, and I didn't really show how to do it step by step, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. So first off, we start with an energy condenser and put one blaze rod in there, and then fill up the majority of the spaces with something from red power. It doesn't really matter what. It's just because it doesn't have to be red power even, just something that doesn't really condense, doesn't have an EMC value. And we're going to fill up all but the first 3 spaces. And of course it's going to take a little while, just going through every single slot. But then that'll mean that this won't overfill. I need some more of those. Right, so let's just stick some more of those in there. Doesn't have to be the same thing really. There we go. Right, and then from here we will have a filter. I think that's the right way. And in this filter we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then we'll have some redstone tubing going along 1, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have rotary macerators. So we put these on top. It doesn't have to be rotary macerators, it can be normal ones. But I've got rotary for the extra speed you'll get. And you put the macerators on top of the tubing, and gonna stick some levers on to give them redstone signal, which means that once they get up to full speed they will stay at that speed. They won't lose any speed from that. And then we'll have just 2 more, and this you'll put lava cells in. Right, now we're going to need some more of these. Just to fill up the excess space. We'll leave a few more empty slots on this one in the interest of saving time. And this will be supplying lava cells to geothermal generators, which are going to power the macerators. And I've just realised I've done the pipe the wrong way round on the macerators. Right, we need a wrench. The pipe needs to go along the bottom for the generators, not the macerators. So we'll put pipe up there, and we'll just do it along here until it connects. And since we're going to be doing it this way, we'll put the levers down here. Don't know why that one went a different way. Right, so there's the dirt, and we'll get 2 covers, one to go there, one to go there. So then these pipes will not connect with the macerators. And then the macerators will go in the right place this time, except for that one, which I managed to place badly. There we go. So then we'll have another filter, and this will take out 5 lava cells, and then we'll have tubes, and this time the tubes do need to go underneath. So we'll dig along here. Any excess will go into there. And then we'll have just dig out 3 out. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I've got 15 geothermal generators. You can add more to that, you can use less than that. It is entirely up to you. I started off this system first time around using just 1, so it really doesn't matter which way around you go about it. Right, we'll put a glass cover there, so then it doesn't try to put things on in the side. And then just shift click and lava will be pushed into the side. And then we'll just connect these up with glass fiber cables. There does seem to be a bit of lag on this. I do apologise. It's because I'm also converting a different video. Right, and then we need stuff to go into there, so we'll need a few more covers. That ought to do. And then we need to get a few more filters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's have a look. It needs to pull out from the side. So that works. I should have placed these beforehand, really. Oh well, we'll use a screwdriver. Right. VER IVE. Come on. Sometimes takes a little while. There we go. Screwdriver. There we go. All the right way now. and we'll have some more tubing going along here. Now I will admit this isn't the tidiest. I have built this before much neater, but this will now take the blaze powders, macerated blaze rods that become blaze powders, and it'll go into here, and we'll have another, let's say 2 by there. 2 condensers, that is. Right, now let's say you want to make some diamond blocks. I mean, whatever you're making with the MC it's going to take a while. So we'll have this one making diamond blocks, this one making diamond blocks, and then we'll put some lava cells in here, and we need to put the rest of the blaze rods in here, and then all that is needed is to supply the redstone pulse. So it'll be different for each one. So this one is going to be taken out the blaze powders, so this one needs to be a bit slower, I think. Is that the right way? It doesn't seem to be pulsing. Let's see. Let's take away a second. It could just be lag on my computer. Right, so we'll do the same thing for this pipe. This is a red alloy wire and then a red jacketed wire. Obsidian jacketed wire even. And a timer. Now this one will do 1 second as well. Right, so lava is now going into the geothermal generators, powering the macerators. They're all getting up to speed, and now there's just one more timer needed. And this will power the 3rd pipe set. So we'll have redstone, that cable. We're going to get another cover to make sure that this doesn't send signal to this filter. There we go. Shift click so that it clicks on, and then the last timer. They're all just at 1 second at the moment. You can do... oh, that's not a timer. Pulse former. That's not what we needed. We needed a timer. Right, 1 second. So now this pipe is going to be taking the blaze powders into each macerator. They don't have to be rotary, but you will get to that point sooner rather than later. With this much EMC, you can just use that to get all the bits and bobs you need to make it. And because they have a lever, they're being kept at high speeds, once they get to their full speed, which I think is 1,000 RPM or 10,000 RPM, it will stay at that speed because it's got a constant redstone signal underneath it. And as you can see, the blaze powder is being instantly taken out. See, we'll see once this gets up to its thing. No blaze powder where it should be there. It's already being taken out and going along the system. So let's have a look at this. Blaze powder going along the pipes and straight into here. And it'll keep doing this until it's built up enough of a EMC gain that there's no more space for blaze powder in here. That's why you have it filled with all of this black wall cover strips. Then, because these what are they called again? Condensers. Because these condensers are further along the redstone tube, they will then get any blaze powder that will not fit into that condenser, which is where your extra EMC comes from. And that's because, as you know, blaze powders macerate into blaze rods macerate into 5 blaze powders. Now the same thing applies for this. This redstone tube will take out any lava cells in there, and it'll keep on going until the geothermal generators are full. Any excess will go into this one, and that will just add more EMC for the blaze rods. What I do need to do is get more lava cells. We need another 10, because ideally this should be taking out 15 per pulse, not 5. So then there's one for each. So once they're all full up, which will take some time, but it will happen, then they will use it at roughly a similar rate. So for now we're going to put some red matter in there to speed things up, so you can see what it's going to look like when full. So that's just taking out lots and lots of lava cells, and there's going to be more EMC than needed. And this would happen eventually, but obviously you wouldn't start off building a setup this large anyway. And we'll put one in here, and they are full. And as you can see, because that is full of blaze rods, all the extra blaze powder is going into here, and it's just being turned into diamond blocks. Now it doesn't have to be diamond blocks. You could have this one making dark matter, and then one further on making red matter. It's going to take some time, but it will happen. What I like to do is have one condenser making something a bit low EMC, have a filter taking items out of that condenser into an alchemical chest, and then have the redstone tube go a little bit on from there. So once the alchemical chest is full, the items that you've made in that condenser will go onto another one, which will make, so you'd have one that was diamonds, then it moved on to diamond blocks, then another one moved on to red dark matter, then another one moved on to red matter. So you could have a step-by-step EMC farm. But that is basically how you do it from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but that's how the setup is laid out, how it works. It's pretty simple, really. There are other EMC farm methods, but this is one of the easiest to do. Not technologically, because the machines are advanced, but you can do this with basic macerators. I have another generation farm for EMC, which is using collectors. And obviously you're not going to be starting off with red matter collectors, Mark III ones. but this is basically what we do. So glowstone blocks, and another macerator. We'll just go with a basic macerator for this one, and we'll connect it to one of these. Actually, yeah, there's some more wire. Right, so this is my system for... we'll put it by there. Wire by there. Power going into there, yes. Okay, so basically, this system is you have... well, it doesn't have to be two, it can just start off with one collector. You put glowstone in by there, glowstone dust in by there, and this will slowly turn the glowstone dust into glowstone. You then have... let's see. Let's go for a wooden pipe. Wooden transport pipe. Redstone engine, redstone torch. Come on, torch. There you go. So it's already going into there. Then this will take the glowstone out of there, and we'll go for another pipe. Need some more pipe. So this will take the glowstone into the macerator, which will macerate the glowstone into 4 glowstone dust. Right, we need another wooden transport pipe. Obviously it wouldn't be wooden transport pipes and normal pipes, it would be redstone tubing and filters, because they're a bit more simple to use. See, the covers don't work very well with this type of piping either. So we'll just put a pipe by there, and let's see. We need another redstone pipe. Engine rather, and a torch. Where's the torch? So the torch to power the engine, and pipe to take the glowstone dust into the solar collector, the energy collector. Now this works with the very first collector, and if you just shift click with a torch, you can put a torch over there, and for the basic energy collector that will be enough light for it. And then this will just cycle round and round. It's a simple, cheap one to make. A lot cheaper than the whole blaze rods system, because it's not as energy intensive for one. You only need one macerator. You can build up from here. You can use this to get EMC you need for the things in the next one. So condenser. So basically you'd have a condenser by here. This would be redstone tube rather than just cobblestone transport pipe, and you'd put whatever you want the EMC for in there, and it would just generate EMC. Of course, because this is just a cobblestone pipe, it's going to alternate 1 to 1. But because each glowstone gets turned into 4 glowstone dust, you can do that. You'll get 2 glowstone going into there, 2 into there, which means you get your glowstone will double. Ideally you'd have it sorted out so you'd be distributing it a bit more evenly, but then if you had redstone tubing that wouldn't be a problem, because it would just go until that was full, and then any excess would go into here. So you can pick and choose which one you use. They both work as EMC grinders, and as you can see, this one is just powering along because they're rotary macerators. See, even that is taking the blaze rods faster than it can grind them up. Let's slow down the ticks on this one. That's a problem. But actually thinking about that, if you put something like this, a pipe in the bottom, then the redstone tubes wouldn't fill that up with blaze rods. So then another one in there. So it's actually produced even more blaze rods than thought. Ah, there's a problem. The excess blaze rods. There's more. Oh, hang on, it's not a problem, because the redstone system and the filters are actually intelligent. So what this will do is it will only take out blaze rods if there's space for them. If there's no space, then it won't take any out, which means that the blaze powder will just go straight past that condenser that makes the blaze rods, because it doesn't need to make any more, because there aren't any being taken out. So there you go, you can just put one block of something that's not a blaze rod in there. It doesn't have to be that. You could put a block of dirt in and it would work just as well. It's just to take up the space, because actually ideally you'd have blaze powder in these, just look, but it doesn't really matter because it only takes it out from the output side anyway. As you can see, that cobblestone transport pipe's been in there for ages and the filter isn't taken out. No, that works, it's good. Happy with that. That system is as tidy as you can get it. This is still the only... oh no, it's the only one that's using any energy. See, that's the thing. I've made this system, but there's way too much energy here than you really need. So you could power a much bigger set of rotary macerators. You could extend this up to, say, that's only 5. You could have 10, 15, 20 on the same amount of power that these 15 geothermal generators are creating. And for something as cheap as a geothermal generator, that's not bad. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this was a bit clearer than my first video. And, well, give me a comment. If you'd like to see me making all of this from scratch, then you give me comments, give me likes, whatever. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.